Part 1. The Beginning, Suicide by Stupidity. This is my story that began in the month of April 2022, the day I had died. I call it suicide by stupidity. First of all, I'll start out by saying I was born a sinner. I was never a religious person at all. I didn't have a religious bone in my body in all of my 56 years. Up until a little over 3 years ago, anyway. It is now the year 2025. It's been a little over 3 years now, and this is way overdue. I'm going to try to put my story into words so that I can share it with others. It needs to be heard. It was a weekend day in April of 2022. I was just sitting at home bored. FYI, I was a drug user at the time. With that being said, the phone began to ring, and I answered it. It happened to be a drug dealer buddy, saying that he was right down the road from me and asked if I was looking for anything. Of course I said yes, always. I asked him how long it'd be before he got here, and he said about 5 minutes or so. Cool, I said, I'll be waiting. So I scraped up all the change I could find in the house, and I actually found quite a bit to my surprise. So I sat here, waiting patiently for him to get here. Anticipation sucks. Finally, he got here after waiting for 4 minutes, and it was a long 4 minutes. As he was just pulling into the driveway, I went out the back door to meet him. We chat for maybe about 3 minutes, and it was a long 3 minutes. I just wanted to get my stuff and get back into the house and get my buzz on. So we do our exchange, and he takes off, and I shoot into the house as fast as I can. Which, at the time, I couldn't move very fast. I had a bad back, a bad neck. I was in rough shape. I couldn't even stand up straight. I was getting migraines all the time from a pinched nerve in my neck. My back was all whacked out. I was pretty much a mess. I had lost my job because of my back and neck problems. I think I only worked 1, maybe 2 days a week for the last 3 months of me working until they fired me. If I wasn't at work, I was in the emergency room. But that's a whole different part of my story for another time. Anyways, back to getting high. I started to gather my get high utensils and anything else that I needed to get together. Laid everything on my little table I had set up next to my recliner. I hop into my chair and turn the TV on. Turn it to my favorite show, America's Got Talent. Awesome show. So, I began to fix up my rig. I do it up and sit back and wait for that first buzz to kick in. That first buzz is always the best. So sitting with anticipation, 5 minutes or so goes by, and nothing, nada, no buzz kicking in. I start to think to myself, oh no, it's gonna be one of those days? I'll try to explain. See, for a while now, it's been hit or miss with me, and the hits were even misses. What I mean is, sometimes I can get high, and sometimes I can't. And the times that I can get high, they're not the right highs. Again, I try to explain. Every drug has a different buzz, a different feeling that it gives you. Their own unique feeling. Or, in this case, it gives me. Now, like I said, I either get high or I can't get high. But when I get high, the buzz doesn't match the drug. For me, I know what feeling I should be feeling when getting high, but things just haven't been right lately. It's been really weird, if I may say. Especially on the days I couldn't even get a buzz no matter what. I just couldn't figure it out for the life of me, no pun intended. Spoiler alert. I hope I explained that well enough for you to understand the dilemma I was dealing with. So, 5 or 10 minutes go by again, and I fix up another rig. I do that one up. I wait 15 minutes this time and still nothing. Now I'm getting a little $! Dollar equals that. I'm thinking now that I had maybe gotten ripped off. Heck, when I saw what he had given me, I thought I had gotten a lot. What I mean by a lot, I had enough to probably put down 2 elephants. So I thought he had hooked me up. Now I wasn't too sure about that. Again, I fixed another rig up and done it up. This time, I put a little more into it. Waited and waited, and still nothing. This had gone on for about an hour and a half to 2 hours. Not realizing how much I had done at the time, I had done it all. All but one shot. I didn't realize this until further into my story. So pay very close attention to what's coming next, because all of a sudden, this happened. To be continued. You don't want to miss part 2.
I am the light of the world. Whoever follows me will never walk in darkness.